Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today on the show I have Sam Ney, and he's the CEO over at One Stop Roofing. Sam, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the invite.
All right, Sam. So I understand that you're going to be at the Megamix Expo that's going to be taking place in March over at the Santa Anita Park over in Arcadia, California. I'm going to be there as well. We're going to be doing some live interviews, and we're going to be covering the event. So I'm pretty excited about that. So first off, at the Expo, are you going to be an exhibitor? Are you going to be coming as a participant, a guest? What drew you to it? Let's start there.
Certainly, we will be an exhibitor at the show.
I'm getting excited for it. I know we got a good couple months there, but have you been to the venue before? Have you been to that park before, or just in general?
Not that one, no.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I was there the other day just checking out, not the exhibit, but just the layout, and that thing is going to be massive. Tony and his team over there, man, they're bringing out all stops on that one, man. I saw the layout for all the different booths and everything else. It's going to be expansive. So talk to me a bit about your business, so One Stop Roofing. Tell me a little bit more.
Sure. Thank you. Yes. Basically, as the name indicates, we're a residential and commercial roofing company. We've been serving Orange and LA County for about 14 years right now. Somewhat of a boutique type shop. You know, we don't do like large tract type housing projects. We specialize in mostly some special construction projects as well as standard residential requirements out there, as well as apartment buildings and commercial properties. So we simply specialize in the roofing portion of these types of projects.
How did you get into the business? Where did that start for you?
It's interesting. I was in the corporate world for a very, very long time, and the corporate world has changed a lot, and not necessarily a very pleasant place to be working. And I was always in the sales side of the world, and my position ended with some new leadership that came in, and then that door was closed, but this door got opened by my partner who was in the construction industry, and he basically called me up and was like, I'm on the operations, you can be on the sales and marketing. I think it will be a good team. And at the beginning, you know, the weather's always gorgeous in Orange County. Who needs roofs? And he's like, you'd be surprised. You know, and sure enough, I was pleasantly surprised and quickly became partners, and we set up the corporation. And that's amazing how they say, you know, God closes some doors and opens up some new ones. And this is a perfect story for that, because I am really happy that event happened and ended up in this business.
Wow. So just to make sure I understood this properly or correctly, so you didn't have any roofing background, yeah?
No,
you were corporate, right? Go ahead.
I was basically corporate sales. I'm still on the sales side of things, but obviously now we've grown and we have a whole team. But what was successful for us was actually my corporate background, because that gave me a lot of discipline. It gave me a lot of understanding of how to use technology to better our processes. And you know, a lot of problems I deal with, a lot of contractors are no-shows or late or not organized. And basically I'm like, this is exactly how we need to separate ourselves is, you know, client communication is key for us. And we say, hey, if you're going to be late, we just need to let them know. And this way we're not wasting anybody's time, or let everybody know when we are starting, when we're finishing. Every step of the way gets communicated. And then again, using technology, a lot of software that allows us to stay organized. So I brought that into the construction world, and it really has paid off.
So sticking in those early days a little bit longer, you're obviously leaving corporate, and now you're about to be in the roofing business. Like, what did the people around you say? Like, was the family like, oh, great, now you're going to be in the roofing business? What are you talking about? Like, how did that go? I don't feel like everybody, or was there... I know me when I'll talk about myself for a second. I know when I went into media and that, and I left corporate, they're like, everybody wasn't like, oh, Adam, you're a genius. You should go be a podcaster. That is not what took place in my world. What took place in your world, Sam?
It's a funny and good question to ask, because I was that corporate person that suited up and shined my shoes before my meetings.
Me too. So I'm over here behind a microphone. Like, are you kidding me? They thought I went crazy.
But I always like people, you know. It's so nice because it's so different when you're dealing with a customer that's buying something for themselves versus a customer that's buying something
I know
for
that, but what the question was, let me ask the question again. What did people around you say? I want to know, genuinely. Yeah?
Yeah, they were like, you don't fit that world, you're like too polished and your shoes are too expensive and this and that, I don't know about that. I'm like, well, sales is sales. I think I will fit. And
the reason I ask that is for our listeners, because there's other people that want to go out there and do things, and people are putting them in a box, and maybe they need to hear from us about how people put us in a box, and we still decide to do what we want to do, right?
That's exactly right. You got to expand. At the end of the day, you got to be flexible. It's just the world changes all the time. Who knows what's happening down the line? And if you're not flexible out there, you're not going to grow. And the only way to grow is to put yourself out of the comfort zone. If I don't want to grow, I just stick with the same thing because I know it and I can't learn anything. The moment I step out and put myself in discomfort, I'm forced to learn, and that helps me grow. So that's basically what happened. It was a field that I was not. I was in the technology world, and now I'm in the construction. And there was a lot of stuff that I had to learn, basic stuff, even size of woods. I didn't understand what that meant. What is a 2x6 and what?
I get it. Did you have other like entrepreneurs, like family members or things like that were kind of guiding you, mentors? Because you were corporate before. I know I didn't have, and so were you kind of in the entrepreneurial scene at all? Or I always call myself an accidental entrepreneur. I didn't mean to become one. It just kind of happened. So what about you?
I agree. I did not, no, my family members are basically, they stayed the straight line and were basically employees and such. No entrepreneurship, no guidance. These are the things that you need to pay attention to or anything like that. I was blessed that my partner was an entrepreneur, so I learned a lot from him, and also he guided us through the whole motion. So that part, I know it's scary, starting something new, and it's like, okay, I'm now responsible, and there's no more paychecks coming in. And
you gotta go sell, baby. The good thing is you had the sales skills, right?
I had the sales skills. I did have the sales skills, and it worked very well because if you're genuine, that's all I know, and you're true, and I think I always believe in karma. Karma is a big thing for me. So once you're in front of the customer and they feel good about you and you feel good about them, and you're giving the right advice that's good for them, then the rest pretty much is the way you like to be sold. It's like, hey, just tell me the truth, cut the fat, and be honest. And many times we've been out there and we say, you know what, in all reality, you don't need to do anything. If you want to do it, we're here to do it. But this thing will last you quite a few more years. But so, they appreciate that. And that's, we have very good reviews on Google and this and that. And so I think people are super happy.
I do. I would like to know some of that information for sure. Like, how does somebody know when they need? You know what I mean? Obviously, it's going to change, but like, how do some people know when they should be considering like replacing a roof or anything, or getting some work done? Other than obviously their living room's full of water, right?
Yeah, that's definitely an indication number one.
That's an indication, but other than that, like when we're talking,
it's a late indication. But yeah, and that's important because a lot of houses, there are basically two major types of, well, three I should say, but the majority of those are based into two different materials. One is what is called the asphalt shingles, basically composition shingles, which majority of the houses have. And the other ones are the tiles, whether they may be clay or concrete type tiles. On the shingle side, it's a lot easier. The easiest way to tell is, you go out in your yard when it's sunny and you look at your roof, and if your roof is glittering, it's time to change the roof. And the reason it's glittering is because there are these granules that sit on top of the material, which is a protective layer, and these start falling off, basically. It may be weather or sun or whatever, they start falling off, and that's what really protects your roof. And then what you're seeing that's glittering is the fiberglass. That is the next layer out there, and that's when it's time, because now you have no protection. The water will seep through the fiberglass, and the damages, it's kind of stitch in time saves 9 type of a thing, because if you wait underneath, it'll be damaged, and then of course if it comes in the house, that's worse. But cost of wood is high and replacement is high, so you want to do that. So it's a lot easier to identify that on shingles, asphalt shingles. With tiles, unfortunately, it's next to impossible, other than you getting the water in the house. But what you need to be mindful all, if you do own a house with, tile clays, we know a lot of Spanish tiles are out there and such. Mm-hmm. So the tiles, they last forever. There's nothing that will go wrong with the concrete or clay tile. However, there's a material that is installed underneath the tiles, which is called felt paper. And typically, that's the piece that starts going bad. It starts drying up and cracking, and then when it's exposed to moisture, it will seep through. So if you have a house that has those types of roofs, clay tiles or concrete tiles, typically the lifespan is about 20 years. So it's always good to look at it. If it's within about 20 to 25 years, it's really time to change just the paper. You don't need to change the material on the top. So all the tiles are removed. The old paper is removed. And then now things have improved in regards to material. So it will be, the next time around, you're talking 30, 40 years that the new materials are lasting a lot longer than, of course, things that was installed 20 years ago. The qualities have changed, the materials has improved. So that is basically on time. If you own a house that nothing has happened in regards to a roof upgrade in about 20 to 25 years, you definitely want to go through that motion and having that material changed, which is not expensive because the bulk of the expense is really the tiles that are expensive. But those are saved and just what goes underneath that is replaced. So that pretty much covers about 90% of the roof.
What areas do you work in? You mentioned at the beginning of this, but I want to circle back to that. What areas do you primarily serve?
Yeah, sure. So, of course, we serve entire Orange County. We serve entire LA County, and Riverside are the areas that we concentrate on. And those are within driving distance. We can get to the clients on time. Anything further, like Palm Springs and such, we don't service just because of the distance, and we can't provide the proper support that we need to. So it's anything within about an hour and a half of our office, which is located in Santa Ana.
Fantastic. Well, Sam, this has been a lot of fun having you on the show and hearing more about even your entrepreneurial journey, man, going from corporate to roofing, and glad you made the change and you're out there making a difference, and it's fun. It's fun. I love to hear these stories because I'll tell you, there's other people out there that'll listen to this that maybe they want to do some things, and I feel like sharing these type of stories helps empower others to be able to go live out their dreams and to make a difference too. So thank you for coming on, and thank you for sharing. And if somebody's listening to this or watching this, and if they want to follow up, if they want to learn more about your company, One Stop Roofing, how do they do that?
So obviously we have a website. They can always, of course, with Google, type in One Stop Roofing, and we'll come right up. Our website is the numeric one, and then Stop Roofing. So it's www.onestop-roofing. We have a phone number. It's 949-818-ROOF, ROOF, which is 7663. So 949-818-ROOF. If you want to call us, if you want to look us up, just type Google, just go One Stop Roofing. You can put it Santa Ana if you want, but we will pop up.
Fantastic. And for everybody listening, just so you know, we're going to put the link in the show notes so that you can just click on the link and head right on over. And if this is your first time listening to the show, then hit that subscribe or follow button because we'd love to have you back. This is a daily show each and every day. We're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. And don't forget to come out to the Megamix Expo in March, and it's going to be megamixexpo.com is the website. So go check that out. And the dates are, I think, March 12th, March 13th. So, again, megamixexpo.com. Go check that out. Grab some tickets. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing live interviews, and Sam's going to be there, too. He's got a booth, so definitely come out and participate. And, Sam, really appreciate you coming out, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Looking forward to seeing you.